What's up, guys? This is Seth from TechShift, and today I'm going to give you a quick little review slash overview of the Google Nexus 7. This is the 2013 version, the second gen version. From the box, I'll show you, it's the 16 gigabyte version. This is priced at $230 plus tax, of course. I'll give you a quick little review and give you my thoughts on this. First off, let's walk through the device. As you can see, it's a 7-inch tablet. We have the front-facing camera, and above that is an ambient light sensor. We have very large vertical bezels if you're holding it like this. So these bezels are huge. And on the back, we have the rear-facing camera right here, headphone jack, power button. We have the volume rockers. We have a microphone input, Asus branding. We have the micro USB charging port, dual speaker grills, and this is split. And we have the Nexus branding right here. So from my first impressions and from using the tablet, it seems like it's very clear that it's designed for landscape mode because of these large bezels, and obviously the Nexus branding is in landscape mode. As you notice, the back is a rubberized plastic. It makes it easier to grip, of course, but I've noticed that it does attract oil spots, which is easy to clean, so it's not a big deal. So let's wake up this device and I'll give you an overview of the software. Quick little history. The last Android device I've used was the Samsung Moment, which was about 4 years ago. So this is pretty much a new experience for me, and I'll give you my thoughts on that, what I like about the device, what I don't like, what I think about Android in general. So first off, first thing I noticed was these 3 software buttons right here. I'm sure all you guys know about that, the back, home, and the multitasking button. I'm used to hardware buttons that are different for different OEMs, but I think it's a good idea that they standardize that. But it does take up about half an inch of the screen right there. It's not a big deal, and I don't really notice it unless I'm typing. Sometimes when I'm typing, let's say I'm typing something, and I hit space. Sometimes I hit that, or it's not a big deal, but it can be a little inconvenient. Anyways, the first thing I did when I installed this, when I set up the device, is I did a fresh install. I'm talking made a new email account, unchecked everything. I unchecked give Google my location, send search information, all that stuff that Google uses to personalize my results, aka make money off of me. I unchecked all of that and made a new account just for this device. And I'll talk a little bit more about that later, but for now, I'll give you a quick little walkthrough of the Play Store. This is one of the first things I did. I knew it as the Android Marketplace back then. They renamed it the Play Store, and it seems like they're pushing movies, magazines, books, music, basically things that they can sell you. So this is kind of new to me. I did end up buying stuff from the Play Store. I'll talk more about that later. It seems I like the design. It runs very smoothly, and the app selection is great. I'm used to BlackBerry 10, as you guys may know. The app selection isn't that good, especially for proprietary or third-party apps like Vine, Instagram, and such. It's getting there. Let me give you a little walkthrough of the installation process. I'm sure you guys are familiar with that, but it's new to me, and I'm gonna walk you through it, and I'm just gonna tell you what I think about it and what I don't like about it. Okay, let me just download an app. Let me just download Pandora. So I click Pandora, and I install it. So check that out. It says Pandora Internet Radio needs access to storage, system tools, Bluetooth, phone calls, network, personal information, application information, system tools, network communication, and it affects battery, prevents your tablet from sleeping. Okay, I can understand that, right? It needs the Bluetooth for, Bluetooth streaming. What I don't understand is why it needs my phone status, phone calls, all that stuff. And it seems like a an ongoing issue, you could say, with Android, that is pretty much all or nothing. These apps can require, or the developers can require all these permissions that it may not need. For example, if you're downloading a note-taking app, or like a sketchbook or something, you don't really need to give it access to your location or your phone calls, but the app won't install unless you do. So as you can see, I can either accept it, and if you notice, there's no decline button. Usually it's a red decline button or something like that. If you don't want to install it, you can just tap out of the box, and you just go back to this screen. So I noticed, in comparison with BlackBerry 10, if I have an app that requires all that stuff, I can untick the boxes like location or phone storage or whatnot. I can untick them, and I can still install the app. And some things may work, some things may not work, but this is one of those things that the OS gives you control over it, rather than giving apps control over it. So that's one thing that kind of bothers me about Android already. Let me give you another thing that bothered me. So I'm going through this folder, the stock Google folder. I just added some stuff right here, but I went to Google Plus, right? So let me just scroll. It should be in the beginning of my feed right here. It should be all the way down. And just scroll. As you can see, animation is very smooth and very crisp. Okay, well, see that guy right there? That's me. And this person is Malen Thao. He's my partner on TechShift. And it says, Malen Thao hung out with one person. Hung out with me, I guess. We're trying out Google Hangouts. This was a while back. It says March 10th. But anyways, further down my feed, I guess it only displays a certain amount. It did say, you may know Seth Czar, and had a picture of me right there, and it's like, all right, or connect with him or whatever, right? That's me. When I set up this device, I unchecked everything. I unchecked all that, sending Google my information and all that crap, and I made a fresh Google account. And how the hell Google knows that I may know myself, or how? I don't get that. They know so much about you that it's unsettling to me, and that bothers me. I wanted to be anonymous, especially on this new device. I just got it, and right when I installed it, I find out that Google already knows or have an idea of who I am. It's just kind of like, it bothers me. It's a little iffy. But I guess, if you're in any Google ecosystem, you kind of have to deal with that. It's one of those things that, I value my privacy. I don't know about you, but I value my privacy, and, sometimes you just want to be left alone. Speaking of which, let me just go back home. I'll just talk a little bit about the apps. I'm trying not to use Google services as much as possible, like Google Plus, Hangout, Keep, Google Drive, and whatnot. So I have Dolphin browser to replace Chrome. It's a good browser. It works very fast. I'm using Evernote instead of Google Docs. Dropbox right here instead of Google Drive. One thing I do use, obviously, is YouTube, and the app is nice. I actually enjoy this app a lot. Let's say I'm watching a video. Let me just load a video right now. If this video is loading, what's nice about it is, obviously it's playing an ad on YouTube. It seems like there's more ads now. Anyways, if I'm watching a video, let me just turn the volume down on that so you don't have to deal with that ad. I can minimize it like that, and I can search other things. So let me just search. I'm into saltwater fishing, so let me search St. Croix rods. So I can actually kind of multitask within the app while this video is loading or playing or whatever, and it'll still play, and I can browse another video, which is pretty cool. And for me to close this, I can just either swipe to the left or right, and then, oops, and it'll just disappear. And I can watch another video, do the same thing. It's very sleek. I like the design a lot. And that's that. So this is interesting. We have the advertisement for the new Samsung Galaxy Gear Watch. Anyways, yeah, the device is pretty fast. The screen is excellent. Let me give you a little example why I chose this device. So I went ahead and I went to the Google Play Store and I bought a magazine. The Nook app wasn't what I expected. It wasn't up to par, I guess. So I just bought one magazine. I have the Linux Journal right here, and I don't know if the camera is picking it up, but the text is very, very crisp. It's very clear. Even when the font is very small, I can still read it. It's an excellent reader. I mean, I can zoom in, of course. Pinch to zoom works fine. See that? Worked great. Even just like this, I can view text without eye strain, and it's very nice. That leads me to one thing I don't like about this device, or rather, it's not my preference, which seems to be catered or designed for landscape users. I don't like that. I think it's easier to read text like this and scroll down. I also find it easier to type. For example, let me show you. If I'm typing something, let's say the cat in the hat. Okay, I'm typing that. It's very easy to type like this rather than that. The keyboard is spaced apart. I can split it. Speaking of the keyboard, the stock Android keyboard, I think is it's very average. I don't like it at all. I mean, it's okay, but I'm used to hardware keyboards. Got the BlackBerry Q10 right here. The Z10, the BlackBerry Z10 has a great keyboard, and I also kind of keyboard junkie. I have the Real Force 87U mechanical keyboard on my computer. So accurate typing is one of those things where that's my thing. I don't want to settle for errors and mistakes and stuff like that. So I went ahead and I bought SwiftKey. I think it's like $4 on the Play Store. So I replaced the Android keyboard with that. Yeah, I think it's a good investment, especially if you're going to do work on it. If you're going to be typing stuff, if you're in school, you type in articles or whatnot or research papers. See, I'm working on a Nexus 7 full review right here. I just typed this all on here. I'm still working on it, of course. If I have other ideas or things I want to add, I can just add it real quick. But anyways, if you do a lot of work or note taking, you need some people would argue you need a physical keyboard or like one of those Bluetooth keyboards, but I find portrait typing to be much more effective or efficient than landscape typing. But that's just me. As far as the apps go, like I said, the app selection is great. And as far as the OS itself, it has improved greatly. However, it has restarted on me a handful of times. Actually, I take that back. Probably 3 times it would restart on me for no reason. And there's still force close issues, especially YouTube for some reason. I know that's a media rich app, but it's an official Google app. I don't understand why it's still buggy. Or errors occur, and that's like supposed to be the flagship app, in my opinion. All Google apps should run flawlessly, but it seems like it doesn't. Don't get me wrong, the OS itself has greatly improved, but it's just one of those little things that you know, oh, why is this restarting again, or you know, stuff like that. But anyways, let me just give you a quick little. Oh, let me see. This is new to me. See, we have the notification bar right here. We have dual notification bar, one on the left and one on the right. Funny is they show brightness settings. We have the Wi-Fi, auto rotate, Bluetooth, battery meter, airplane mode. But we don't have one for the GPS. So I mean, clearly, look at that. That's an empty spot you could fill easily, you know, and it won't take up any less space. You already have another row. You know, you got to go to settings and where is it? Location access. Access my location is turned off. Why couldn't they just put this up here? It's beyond me. I'm sure, you know, you root it or whatever. You can tweak it, Android to your liking. That's the beauty of Android, of course. But sometimes I just want something out of the box that, you know, it's just a little bit more polished. Setting up Wi-Fi was easy. Wi-Fi is very fast on this. And yeah, that's all I have to say about this. If I have anything else to add, I might post another updated video. But these are my first impressions and general review of the Nexus 7. About the hardware specs and all that stuff, you can find that stuff anywhere. But this is what I think of the tablet right now. I work third shift, so I work 8 to 12-hour days. So when I come home, I just want to pick something like that, have my dinner right here, eat it, you know, browse Reddit or, you know, the news. Let's say I'm reading the news right here. I like to keep up on tech, so I subscribe to all these tech sites, and I like to keep updated, read it while I'm eating, while, you know, microwave heating up my dinner. You know, I don't have time to go to my computer, sit down and whatever. You know, for me, if I want to do like work in general, like photo editing, video editing, work on my site, that stuff, yeah, you know, that's good. But for doing research and just media consumption, I guess you can say, the tablet is perfect for that. You know, sometimes I use my phone. Well, I did use my phone before I got the Nexus 7, but you know, I like to keep my phone separate from my tablet. So that's that. Please like, favorite, and subscribe. And if you have any comments, please leave them too. And as always, I'll see you guys next time.